everyone, welcome to this update video. I trust and hope you're doing good. So we are going to be focusing on Ernesto, Tropical Storm Ernesto, which is just shy of a hurricane. Any more strengthening and we've got a hurricane. But it is impacting the northeastern Caribbean, specifically Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands right now. Yesterday, the Leeward Islands and even parts of the Windward Islands got their share of the cyclone, and now it is moving up to the northwest and dumping impacts on Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And as we zoom into the Caribbean here so that we can see Ernesto a little bit better, some of the bands from the system are even moving to the Dominican Republic. So while the center is not going to be close to the Dominican Republic or unleashing a lot of impacts there, there could be some rain and even thunderstorms from those outer bands in a few spots. So that is what we have going on right now with Ernesto, just shy of a hurricane. And we're going to be looking at the updates for it. We'll be talking about the short term for the Caribbean in terms of rainfall activity, but also the updated graphic from the Climate Prediction Center has been released, and that is showing that things are going to be ramping up as we head throughout the rest of August. So we'll go to that in a moment. But first, we've got Ernesto to talk about, but elsewhere in the Caribbean, though, we can see maybe just a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here and there, especially near Central America. On the whole, there isn't anything too crazy going on in the region right now, but this is the latest updated forecast track for the system, and we can see maximum sustained wind up to 70 miles per hour. So it is just shy of a Cat.1 hurricane, and it is making its way to the northwest at 16 miles per hour. So once those winds hit 74 miles per hour, that is when we have a hurricane out there, which is expected at least by later this morning. And then by Friday, it could intensify into a major hurricane. That is what the M represents. So H is for hurricane of a Cat.1 or Cat.2. M is for major hurricane, which goes from Cat.3 all the way up to Cat.5. But a Cat.5 is not expected. So a little wobble is also expected. We can see that little curvature in the forecast track here. So in terms of Bermuda specifically, there could be impacts, especially as we head to the weekend. So by Saturday, that is when the system is likely to impact Bermuda. And this has been expected for some time now, but it's been consistent. So if you're in Bermuda, you really want to keep watch for potential impacts. The system could make its way over the island. It could sweep by very closely and unleash its impacts. The good news is going to be accelerating out much faster by that time. So it's going to be picking up in its pace. And right now it is making its way northwest at 16 miles per hour. So not moving very slow nor very quickly, kind of moderately. And then we can see those highlights in the Caribbean. So for all of the lesser Antilles where those warnings were in place, those have all been discontinued since Ernesto is moving out and is no longer considered a threat for the area. But then for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, including Vieques and Culebra, all under a tropical storm warning, and a hurricane watch is also in effect. Why is there a hurricane watch in effect? Because those conditions are possible this morning for the British Virgin Islands. So the British Virgin Islands are under a hurricane watch as well as a tropical storm warning. So tropical storm conditions are likely happening right now, but hurricane conditions could also happen this morning. So that's what it means in this case specifically. Para mis espectadores españoles, aquí están los mensajes graves para la tormenta. Se espera que las condiciones de tormenta tropical continúen sobre las Islas Vírgenes, Puerto Rico, Culebra y Vieques durante las próximas horas. Las fuertes lluvias resultarán en inundaciones repentinas localmente considerables y deslizamientos de tierra hoy sobre las Islas Vírgenes y en porciones de Puerto Rico. Es probable que esto traiga impactos a Bermuda a fines de esta semana, y los intereses ahí deben monitorear el progreso de este sistema. Se espera que las marejadas generadas por Ernesto afecten porciones de las Islas Vírgenes, Puerto Rico, la República Dominicana, los Turks Caicos y las Bahamas durante los próximos días, y luego alcancen la costa este de los Estados Unidos y Bermuda tarde esta semana y hasta el fin de semana. Estas marejadas son propensas a causar condiciones de oleaje y corrientes marinas que amenazan la vida. And then as it pertains to the models, here we can see that we have quite a few expecting that Ernesto will achieve Category 3 status. So we can see them, those different lines making their way up to that orange shaded area within the next 48 hours to 60 hours or so. Some models are expecting that we could definitely see Ernesto intensify into a major hurricane. Now, as it relates to the rainfall forecast for today, let's talk about it. We can see these very, very colorful shadings here for the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and even further north out into the Atlantic waters as Ernesto will be traveling up north. And even for parts of the Dominican Republic as well, we can see those red shadings. Now, those shadings of those pinks that you're seeing, those hot pinks, are indicating rainfall amounts probably up to 4 inches or so at maximum throughout today for the Virgin Islands. For parts of Puerto Rico, maybe 2.5 inches at maximum. And then offshore, we can see a lot of rain expected there as well. For the Dominican Republic, especially in the east, rainfall amounts probably up to 1.5 inch, probably up near 2 inches also. So that's going to be a possibility. And then for elsewhere in the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, parts of Cuba, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Haiti, and throughout the Lesser Antilles, there could be those scattered showers and thunderstorms. ABC Islands should be on the drier side, kind of the similar thing for the Guyanas, although a few showers are possible today, but not going to be as active compared to previous days. And then for parts of Colombia and Venezuela, maybe a bit active as well, going to Central America, especially in the afternoon hours when things tend to ramp up. All right, and as I had mentioned, we have that updated graphic from the Climate Prediction Center. Now, this is for the tropical cyclone formation probability. We have week 1, the week of the 21st through the 27th of August. And then week 2, that was week 2. And then week 3 is for the week of the 28th to the 28th of August to the 3rd of September. Here we can see here that we've got some action expected in the Atlantic Basin. That red and white striped area shows a formation chance about 20 to 30%. And then as we head to that solid red shading, that bright red, that is going to 40, probably up to 50-60% chance. And then the burgundy shading, 60% chance or higher. And especially as we head into the last week of August and go into September, we can see that in this general area here in the main development region, formation is expected. Pretty high chance of seeing at least a tropical depression develop by that time, and we have more of a moderate chance for the week of the 21st through the 27th. So we're heading to that most active phase in the hurricane season, and there's going to be that probability of impacts, especially for the Eastern Caribbean. But of course, that is why I'm here to keep you guys updated so that you're never, wondering what's going on out there. That's why I make daily update videos to always keep you posted, because it's getting to that time of year, and it's not just about the end of August, it's not just September, but also October and especially November. We tend to have a lot of systems coming up from the South Caribbean, and they may pose a threat. So I'm going to be keeping you guys posted on all that is happening. And again, with Ernesto, it is just shy of a hurricane, likely to become a major hurricane and could near Bermuda by this weekend. So we may see a watch being in place for Bermuda very soon. But that is basically it for this updated video. I trust and hope you found it to be quite informative. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.